Alright, in this video we are going to see how to convert this design into HTML and CSS, not only for the desktop version but for the mobile version and for the tablet version, and this is for the desktop version. So by the end of this video you would be seeing three different design for three different devices, and if you want to follow along, I'll leave the source code and the images in the description so that you can follow along with me. And in case if you want to learn how to create this wireframe, I have a separate tutorial for creating the same wireframe. You can see this is a section which we are creating right now. We have just extracted this particular section and we are creating it from HTML and CSS, and I have created this whole web page using Figma. Figma is a wireframe tool. If you want to learn, you can learn it, and these are the assets you will get along with the tutorial. And this is just a wireframe, that means it is just an image. So in case if you want to convert this to an actual home page, I have a separate tutorial for that. So this is the home page which I have created with the help of WP Bakery. It's a WordPress plugin. So just by dragging and dropping, I have created the same wireframe and I converted into the actual working HTML and CSS. No difference. You can see no difference between these two. So actually these are complete working website. Fine, now we are just getting into a little deeper so that we are extracting individual section and starting it from scratch. Fine, so just to show you, we have a plain HTML and I have added all the font required. So these are the roboto font, these are the different font weight, and I have added the font awesome icon, and we have added the external style sheet. So this external style sheet which we will be designing in this particular video. Fine, now just to give you an overview, what we are going to do is we are going to create a section, and inside the section we have a container so that we can have some spaces on the left and right, top and bottom. And inside the container we are going to have the heading, and then we are going to have a div, and this div will have the width so that it perfectly stretches till here. And inside this div we have a paragraph, and finally we are going to have a row. Inside the row we are going to have a column, first column, second column, third column, and fourth column, and fourth column is going to be blank. And now if you see, we have three columns, and inside the three column we are going to have a div called box, and inside the box we are going to have the icon, the text, the icon, the text, the icon, the text. Fine, now this is because of the box we could get this kind of effect. Now let's get into the actual code. Now we have a container. Inside the container we have, actually this is a section, let me make it a section. Inside the section we have a container. Inside the container we have h3 professional cleaning, service provider, and then we have div, let's call it as para holder, and inside the div we are going to have paragraph. Let me make it lorem of 25, let me make it 20 words. And after that we are going to have a row, and inside the row we are going to have a column. Inside the column we are going to have a box, and inside the box we are going to have a I tag. So just to give you some basic, I'm just copy pasting the same, some random font awesome icon, and then we are going to have h6 phone, and same number, and same, this is not my number, this is just a random number, don't just call. And now just drag it and create fourth section, and keep the fourth section blank. And if you want you can change, let me make this email, so this seems too big, let me make it smaller. And then we have opening hours, (10 to 18). Now if I show you the actual HTML, I'm pressing Ctrl O so that I can open So this is how it looks without CSS. Now let's get into the CSS. Inside the CSS we have section. Inside the section we have container. Inside container we have h3. Inside h3 we have what? Para holder. Inside para holder we have inside para holder we have paragraph, and then we have inside the container we have section, we have row. Inside the row we have column. Inside the column we have box. Inside the box we have I tag, and again inside the box we have h6. So I would recommend you to follow this kind of hierarchy, or else you will get into the problem called CSS override. Now let's have the minimum height for the background. Let's say 600 pixel, and let's have the background image. And inside that image we need to select let's select this one. Let's say this one, dot. Now let me check. Seems like different image. No, same itself. You can see this is over here. If you want, let me make background size contained. So let me make cover first. Yeah, that's working. Now let me add a margin top of 50 pixel. Cool. Now you can see whatever is there, I want it at the center. So for that, to have at the center, you have to make display flex, align items flex start, align item center. And if I show you justify content, it's a flex start already. Now inside the container, let's have margin top bottom on all sides. Let me make 50 pixel, all sides 50, top bottom 50 pixel, left and right 100 pixel. And once this is done, let's work on the h3. Let's make this bigger. So whatever is there inside the container, I want the color to be white. Inspect this, get out. Now let me take this out, increase the font size. So this seems alright. Let me add a margin bottom 15 pixel, paste this. And now let's add the width for the para holder div, width 80%. Let me check the actual. So it's still here, we need to make it 60%. Cool. We need to have line height 12 pixel. Cool. We need font size 15 pixel. So let's make the text little dimmer, opacity 0.7, select all, and have it as a paragraph So actually it's a paragraph holder. So whatever we have except the width, we'll have everything for the paragraph. Now refresh this. Almost same. Now don't forget to add the margin bottom as we have given for the h3, and then we have a row. And now if you see, I want this column to be side by side. That's very simple. Display flex side by side column, and what we can do is we want the content to have a width of, let's say, width of 25%. Refresh this. 25, 25, 25, and the final one is left blank. And now whatever is there inside, I want the text align to be center. Now what we can do is we have to increase the height and width, and let's give the background. Actually background will not come here. Whatever is there inside, I want the color to be black. Now let's check. Great. Now let's choose a box and give the background color white. Now let's check. We want the column to have minimum height of 300 pixel, and let's have the width 100% and height 100% for the box. Let's decrease the width, let's say 80, so that we get some space. Now let me make the height also even smaller. Let me make this 70. Now whatever is there inside the box, I want it to be at the center. So if you know how to make this, it's really very simple. Display flex align item center, justify content center. Refresh it. Now it has got a center, but it's all in the single row. We don't want that. So flex direction column, so it will come one below the other. Now we just have to increase the height. Now let's get into the inspect. Let's choose the icon first and give the font size 35 pixel, and margin bottom 15 pixel. Select all. Sorry, this is for I tag. Now I think even we can make this even bigger, so let me make this 80 pixel. Refresh this. Now let's work on the h6. Font size 20 pixel, margin bottom 15 pixel. Cool. Fine. Now just copy this and have this for the h6, and let's change the color for the I tag. Save this, and if I refresh, so I have to make it red. So let's pick the color red. I have the font extension called Colorilla. So it is selected. Now just paste it in. Refresh this. Now I want this to be smaller, so for that what you can do is font weight, let's say 100, and you can increase the width, size. Let me make this 20, and for the box, get the box. We have a box here, and we have given width and height. Let me make this height 80 pixel, 80%, and let me add the border radius let's say 12 pixel for the border radius, and almost there. So if you want, you can have the container margin 150 pixel top and bottom, too big, 100 pixel, and for the row we need margin top of 30 pixel. Now let me reduce the cool. Now almost there. If you want this to be little square, what you can do this, just increase the width. We have made 80, let's make this 90, and still you can make this, give it 20% width. And for the column, let me give the margin left of 30 pixel. That doesn't look great. Let me make the width now 100%. Instead of margin left, why don't we margin right? Because you see there's some unusual space, we don't want that. We want the width to be bigger, so let me make this 24, 33, 33 won't work. Now let's try with 25, 24, 20, till 20 it is working. It is because we have added one more column. Let me comment this and try it again. Now we can give 33 also, it will work. 30, 28%, 26%. So that's cool. If you want, you can reduce the padding for the box. That means min height to 250 pixel. Cool. Now actually it seems to be working. Now we can reduce the width to 24%. So actually it's good. Now what we can do is, let's work on the other screen size. So in case if you don't know what we meant, let's get into the bootstrap breakpoint. We are going to specifically target screen sizes. So there is a concept called mobile first. We should always design for the mobile. So let's get into the mobile version. Click on it and keep this. Now we want the mobile version to be designed. Now I don't need the container to have this much. So top and bottom, let it be. Left and right we want 20, and top and bottom 50. Cool. This is for mobile. If you get into the mobile version, this is mobile actually. Just copy this section, and we'll make this is for desktop, and for mobile, as we know, we want top and bottom 30, left and right 20. Now let's just decrease the size. Let's copy this how much we have made. We have 24, we need 24 for or mobile. It is 24. For desktop, this thing will override whatever will be right at the top. Let me make this even smaller. And it is going to be 14. Select all, and we want this to be 14 for desktop, sorry, mobile screen, and for desktop let it be 18. We don't need this. Now let's get into the column. We want this to be let's say 33%. Select all. For mobile we want it to be 33%, and for desktop let it be 24 itself. And now we have to decrease the height, sorry, decrease the font size. Select all. For the, we want it to be 40 for desktop, sorry, mobile. For desktop it is okay, 80 is okay. Refresh it. And what else? The container, now what we can do is get the column, and we have added margin, right? Let's try to remove it. It doesn't look that well. Now what we can do is we can make this one below the other. So get the row and have flex direction column, and let's get this flex direction column, and for desktop it is going to be flex direction row. Refresh it. Now we can make this width as 100%, and let me have the min height of 350, sorry, 250 is okay. Let's select this. We want this to be 100%. Refresh this, and let's get it to the box now. Let the height be, doesn't seem to be working. Let me check again. Let's choose the column. You can see column is getting filled properly, 100 minimum height is getting working, but the box height does not seem to be filling it. You can see this is the problem that we are facing. So this is column height is 100%, but box, let's make this min height 250 pixel. Okay. For mobile, let the min height be 250 pixel. Refresh it. This side should work, but it is not working. Let me see why. $232. Refresh it. So for mobile, let me remove the width which I have given to the para holder. For para holder, it is going to be 100% for mobile, and for desktop let it be 60%. So for mobile it is done. Now let's work on the tablet. So the tablet whatever is in between 768 to 992, it is for tablet. Let me show you. If I get into 800, it is between 768 to 992. Now what we can do is, let's get the column, and instead of 100%, let's make this 33%. Now what we can do is copy this, and we want it to be 33%, and we want the flex direction to be column, sorry, flex direction to be row, and we can copy it again. Cool. So this is for tablet, and this is for desktop. So this is for desktop, this is for tablet, and this is for mobile. So the difference what you can see is, now it is 100% width, and now it is how much, 33% width, and now it is 25% width. Thank you so much for listening.